Hi, I'm Ebon.
And I'm William.
And welcome to another episode of the Thick and Thin Podcast. And we back, y'all. We backity and black, y'all. No, sorry. Okay.
We?
I'm sorry.
That's a stretch.
Welcome back.
Certain days. Yeah.
Sure.
Certain days. I'm black as Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Trust and believe.
Uh-huh. So,
like yesterday when I got my chain.
You were leaning in.
Yeah, I felt good.
Look at your face.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah. I'm not wearing it right now because it turns out V-necks don't go well with necklaces.
No, not unless it's longer than your neck. But we're
I should
not.
have got a longer one.
No.
It took me months to find one that you said yes to.
Yeah.
But I dove in, so I'm gonna be conscious about what shirts I wear now so that I can wear the chain. But now that we're getting into colder times, fewer V-necks, I feel like.
Okay.
You know?
The chest hairs don't come out in the wintertime?
Nah, the chest hairs come out at night.
The chest hairs come out at night.
Yeah.
The chest hairs come out at night.
Exactly. So, happy Halloween. Happy fall back into standard daylight time. Standard Pacific, whatever. Standard time.
Happy Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah, if you celebrate that. We took last week off because we felt like it. At the end of the day, it was like we woke up that morning and we kind of looked at each other and we were like, do you feel like podcasting today? And we were both like, no, not really.
Yeah.
We just weren't feeling it.
And we only want to come to you when we're feeling it.
Yeah.
We don't want to give you a piss poor show.
Also, we're grown-ass adults. We do what we want.
That too.
We're not beholden to you. You're not paying any of our bills. We do what we want. But once you start paying our bills,
we'll be here.
We'll force ourselves into it. So
we'll come here just as crunchy and raggedy as ever.
That's right.
Y'all running us some money.
But I feel like, I don't know, like when we just decided to take the day off and like we just kind of relaxed, it was like, I think I needed this.
Yeah, for sure.
So good choice on our part. We're learning to listen to ourselves, like our I was gonna say our bodies. I guess that's kind of the thing. Your mental state.
For sure.
As it were. So on Halloween, we went to a hockey game. Mm-hmm. We went and saw the Red Wings play the Ducks in Anaheim. Red Wings lost, so that part sucked, but they always lose when I go, so I'm kind of used to it at this point.
Aww.
But it was fun.
Yeah. You
seem like you're starting to enjoy the sport more, which is fun for me.
Starting to get into it and understand it a little better.
You were more into it than I think the rest of us were. That went every time the puck went through the air. You're like, oh! You like grab my hand. You're like, oh! Anytime they collided, oh!
Got to see a fight.
Yeah, sort of. Not like a full on. Like sometimes they drop the gloves and they're like full on throwing fisticuffs.
Okay.
But
remember, in the beginning, there's a little. I thought they was gonna fight way sooner because they did a little like shoulder, like what's up? Yeah. And I was like, we only 5 minutes in this game already.
Yeah. They were jaw jacking pretty early on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a fun game. It was good until like the end. I mean, just like the score separated more at the end.
Yeah.
Like, but for the most part, it was close. I haven't been to a lot of hockey games besides like in Detroit and then in Anaheim. I guess I have been to like an LA Kings game when the Red Wings were there, like years ago. But Anaheim, I want to phrase this carefully. The people that were at the game kind of sucked.
You mean like fans?
Yeah.
In what way?
It was just like they bitch about everything.
Ref, you suck.
Yeah, and it was
Ref, you suck. I was like, that's a chant I've never heard before.
Yeah, and then when the call goes their way, it's like, yeah, go referees. It's like,
does he suck or not?
There surely needs to be a middle ground where it's like, you got to understand that they know what they're doing for the most part.
Yeah.
Like, you can disagree with the call, but to like every time the call didn't go your way to start a ref you suck chant is just like you're shitty fans.
There was one guy.
That's my opinion.
That had on a Carlson jersey, I think.
Okay. He was like in front of us.
Yes, he was annoying.
Yeah.
Because it was like when the Ducks did something good or scored or a call went in there, he would like stand up and he would just be like all smug, like.
Mm-hmm. And you look back at us and you would go like this.
Yeah.
And I would be like, dog, I'm not even saying anything.
Well, and the thing is, because when he would do that, and we made hard eye contact a few times, and I just gave him the deadpanest ass face. Like, he was just like, he was doing this, and I was just like, I know I'm like one of 5 people in here, but black people in here, but I was still just like, not impressed. Sit your ass down.
Yeah, and it's like, it's also like, dog, you can't be that big of a fan. You're in the 400s with us. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't be that enthusiastic in the nosebleeds. He
was just so, like, and I get, like, my perception of, like, ride or die sports teams of any sport. They go kind of hard, but he was just so smug, and it was just like, bruh.
Yeah.
As soon as we leave this, it's not the stadium is not that serious. Sit your ass down.
Yeah. Also, it's not like your team is in first place or anything.
Right.
Like, the Red Wings have a better record than them going into it. So it's like...
Do you think his reaction was because there was like the chunk of Red Wing people right behind us?
And then there was like to our right, there were Red Wings people that were trying to start chanting. And that was the other thing. They like the Red Wings fans would be like, let's go Red Wings. Because there were a lot of Red Wings fans there.
Yeah.
And as soon as they would do that, people next to them would go, let's go Ducks. And it's like, you're I don't know, like, that's just asshole behavior to me. It's like, you're not cheering on your team. You're like
fucking up the other person's cheer.
It's like you're ruining someone else's time, kind of. And it's like, that's why I was like saying, like, you guys, they're shitty fans. Like, they're not even, like, they were cheering for their team, but it was more like, let's bring down the rest of the it's like, that's it's not like the
fun. Whole like don't be a sore loser, but sore winners are also a pain
right
too.
100%. Like, if the Red Wings were winning, I wouldn't have been like, like, I would have just been like cheering and clapping. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like,
that guy.
Southern California people is what it is. They're entitled. They think they're entitled to winning. They think they're better than everybody else because they're from Southern California.
I mean, I didn't feel that way.
Well, you're from Fredericton, so.
It's still Southern California.
Yeah, well, it's a different Southern California. But if you're from Orange County, you definitely think you're better than everybody else.
I guess.
That definitely is a thing. That's definitely a thing.
All I know is I wanted to put a foot in the back of Carlson mullet guy while he was standing. Just like, boom.
Yeah. And he would have gone far. That's steep. I forget, man. Hockey arena, it's just like you're on top of everything, which is nice because you can see everything. Yeah. So, yeah, it was fun. There was a lot of people in Halloween costumes, which I found weird. Like, Doug, I couldn't imagine driving the hour, whatever that we did, in a costume, and then walking down the street in a costume. Yeah. And then going through security in a costume.
Although, not gonna lie, I saw a few folks in like a onesie type, like a Scooby-Doo or like a cow, and I was like, ooh, they look warm. I kind of low-key wish I would have did that.
That's a good point. You do bring up a good point. That is always I always forget how cold it is. Mm-hmm. And it's like, of course, it's like it's ice. Like, of course,
I still haven't. I mean, this is my 3rd hockey game, 2nd with you. I still haven't mastered the right amount of clothes to where I'm not like.
You should just dress like it's winter.
Yeah.
You should take gloves and a hat.
And the cold part is like.
I see what you did there.
Oh, but bump. When going, because I rode with Amy and, it's still hot outside. And I was like sweating even in a t-shirt and jeans, and I still brought a long sleeve like thermal and a zip up like insulated hoodie for later. And even going down there, I was like, did I make a mistake? Like I'm sweating already. I'm not even here yet. And within like an hour of being in there, I was like, I didn't put on enough clothes. I should have put some thermal pants on and 2 pairs of socks and a beanie. Like,
to your point, it's like, well, I'm not gonna wear thermal pants while riding down us, but like, I mean, generally speaking, like it is kind of been warm.
Yeah.
This past week, it was warm for this time of year. But like, you're not gonna take them with you.
Yeah.
What are you gonna go into the bathroom and put on your thermal pants? Like that's just weird. Like,
yeah.
So when it's warm outside, it's tough to
for sure.
Yeah, to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, we counted 5 black people, 3 or 4 of which were workers.
2 workers and 1 sang the national anthem. And then the other one I saw was like on the jumbotron in the stands. I was like, oh, there is somebody else somewhere here.
Yeah. So hockey needs to work on its equality, ethnicity problem still.
I mean, the cold is a big deterrent.
That's a big
as far
thing.
As fans.
Yeah.
From what I gather from hockey, isn't that like an expensive sport to play?
Yeah.
So that's probably why we're not playing.
But I mean, playing and being a fan is like those are 2 different things. Like, but every black person that like I've talked to hockey, like if they're like they become a fan of it like recently or whatever, it's always like, yo, this sport rules, because it does. It's
entertaining.
It's an awesome sport, especially live. Like you can watch it on TV and it's different, but like when you're there, it's like you can see how fast they're moving.
Yeah.
You can hear like the puck hitting the stick and how heavy it is, and like when they hit each other, you can hear it, and they run into the boards. It's loud, so you just get a better sense of like, oh, this is intense. And there's constant action. I mean, there's almost never a dull moment. Right. If there is, it's a few seconds while they're like regrouping, but like. It's a great sport. It's by far the best sport to go to live, without a doubt.
It's just cold.
It's just cold, but as far as like a viewer, it's the best live. It's so fun.
It's pretty entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah. Dog break. Yeah. So that was our Halloween. We avoided dealing with trick-or-treaters by leaving home. That was the...
I mean, it's not like we have a lot in this neighborhood anyway, but...
That's true. I feel like we would have got some if we had decorations. Which, I'm surprised that there's not more, because this is a pretty densely, like... As far as how, like, there's a lot of houses that you could hit here.
It's because the church that's down the street does a big old, like, trunk or treat thing. Trunk or treat. Yeah.
Which is so anti-social.
Well, I guess, I mean, obviously I don't know anybody that's ever had a scary experience trick-or-treating, but, you know, you've heard the urban myths and whatnot, so I feel like... Oh, Jesus, whiskey. I feel like, as far as parents of little kids who may or not be, like, scared or concerned about safety, it's like, oh, if I go to a church, there's still ample candy and, you know, it's a controlled space.
You can helicopter parent all you want there. Oh, my God. Can't you wait until we're done, Whiskey?
Anyway, what we're talking... Oh, trick-or-treaters. So, yeah, I think our proximity to that church... Because even, I mean... The time or two that actually, the one time that I tried... I know it's hard trying to, like, block it out. The one time I tried to hand out candy, we might have had, like, 4 or 5 trick-or-treaters.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Buddy. So, anyway, I remember last year with trick-or-treating... we saw kids walking down the street at like 4:35 in the afternoon when the whole sun was out, and I was like, that's new.
Yeah, people aren't even home from work yet.
Yeah. But anyway. Yeah, Halloween's not big over here.
Yeah, which is fine. I'm not a big Halloween person. I mean, when I was a kid, of course, it's like you find a costume and then do all that stuff. But I don't know. There's something about like being excited about it as an adult where it's like.
If I'm invited to a party, I would probably be more excited than just like a regular day.
Sure, but that's only because you don't want to be the one person that doesn't have a
That's
costume.
true. That's true.
And then you have to like be socially awkward for not being weird.
Even if it falls on a work day and like I hear that like a bunch of people in the office are dressing, I was like, okay, I might put forth a little effort. But if it's like 2 people, I'm like, I'm good.
I think what ruined I went to when I was like a teenager. Went to what was a Halloween party, and I was like one of the only people that wore a costume, and I was like, well, now I feel like a retard.
You're the only one at a Halloween party that dressed up? That's lame.
One, if not the only, one of few.
How old were you said?
This was probably middle school, 5th grade.
Wow, that's surprising.
Grade. Yeah, I know.
Huh.
And so I think that was traumatic for me. And so I go, you know what? I'm not doing a costume.
Aww.
Yeah. So, but at the game, they were like obviously like showing people like in their costumes and stuff, and it was like, oh, that's good. That's cool. Like Wayne's World, there was the one that was like Wayne and Garth, and then I don't know, people with like their duck heads on.
I was gonna say there were a lot of ducks,
which is fun, but at the same time, it's like
unoriginal.
I mean, it's kind of on the nose, right?
Yeah.
But it's also like, man, you've just been waiting for this, haven't you? You know, like you got those duck heads a month ago, and you're like, oh, we got a game on Halloween. We're gonna wear these, and we're gonna be the ducks. Get it? And it's just like, I don't know, that bothers me for some reason. For no good reason, because I was traumatized as a teenager, and yeah, I can even tell you what that costume was.
What?
I was like an undead referee, so I had like the striped shirt on, and then I had like a mask that was like a zombie thing.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, at least you could just take the mask off and just
but I still had a stupid referee outfit on,
like black and white referee.
Yeah, like a dummy. Like, who wears that normally, you know?
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's their fault.
That's just weird that a Halloween party and nobody dressed up to
I know.
That's weird.
You just show up, your parents drop you off, and you're just like trudging along looking like an idiot, and everybody's like, what are you?
I'm dressed for the day that it is. Why aren't you? Yeah.
It's annoying. Whatever. Kids suck.
I mean, they do.
Think they're too cool for Halloween.
And it's like, that's the time when you can lean in unapologetically.
You would think.
But they don't know that yet.
That's a good point. You know what? Next year we should try to go hard. We should try to change it up next year.
I mean, next year it's going to fall on a Saturday. What are we doing?
I don't know. Send us costume ideas.
Or we should podcast in costume.
Ooh, now we're cooking. See? All right, so send us costume ideas over the next year. We'll compile them, and then we'll figure out what we want to do.
All right. Are we open to couple type costumes?
I think it should be exclusively
like themed
couple. I think it should be exclusively themed couple costumes.
All right.
That's the fun part.
Okay.
Like, doing it together. Like we did the Star Wars thing last year. Mm-hmm. So
that one last year. Dang, your sense of time is way off. That was like 2020.
Man, I think I'm starting to develop dementia or something because I don't remember.
The pandemic that just makes time this weird, fluid, elastic, unlogical thing. Yeah,
you have no frame. I have no frame of reference. It's like, here's the problem too out here. Like, you don't know what season it is at any given time. Like, because nothing changes.
We have 2 seasons.
I guess.
Hot and cold.
But you can't tell when it's cold just by looking outside.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because it still will be sunny.
Yeah, it's still sunny. Like, there's no snow. There's no changing of leaves. Like, there's some, but not like most of the country has.
True, unfortunately. Like, I wish we had that, though.
Yeah. And, like, you don't get the thawing of the snow where it's, like, melting and everything's, like, starting to come to life, you know? Like, you don't get that. So it's just, like, I have no idea how much time has passed since
I mean, but I have been here for a while, and again, since 2020, there are aspects of the last 5 years that feel like it was 2 weeks ago, and aspects that feel like it was 10 years ago.
Right.
So I just attribute it to the pandemic. I don't
Yeah,
remember feeling
I
that
know.
way pre then.
I'm sure like global warming has something to do with it because it doesn't get as cold anymore. And,
true.
you know, it
Like, I
takes
can't believe
longer
we're
to
in
get cold.
November now.
And it's still 90 degrees
Yeah.
outside.
Let's see. Actually, it's literally, what is it right now?
Hot.
66, which
Yes.
is warm for what November should be.
Yesterday when I walked to the mailbox to get my chain, I was like, Jesus Christ, it is hot out here.
The high today is going to be 82
Terrible.
for
Should be
November
should
2nd.
be a high of 62. It'd be comfortable.
Yeah, right.
So, usually for around Halloween each year, I force you to watch a scary movie, which we didn't particularly do,
Thank goodness.
but we sort of did. Because we watched two films that I think, at least at one point in time, were considered like scary or like horror thriller type.
Yeah.
So the first one was The Good Son, starring Elijah Wood and
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin. And I said this like while we were watching it, like, great premise was made 20 years too soon. Because they didn't try at all to like use lighting to make things creepy, like,
Or even
like,
jump scares.
not at all.
Yeah.
Like, there was like no effort to make it like cinematic at all. Like, and as we were watching it, I have this theory now that between the years of like 87 and 95, awful movies. It's just like the
Specific to horror or thriller or any.
The only exception is comedy, because
Okay.
it doesn't rely on like cinematography
That's
and
fair.
like
Okay.
presenting things in like a skew, or like I don't know how to put it, like in a way that's gonna like build anticipation.
Yeah.
There was none of that.
Yeah.
They didn't do it at all. Like,
But what I'm learning, since you've posited this theory, is that, because I remember seeing this movie, like, I don't know if I saw it in the theater, but shortly after, like within a year or so of it being out. And I remember thinking it was really good and really disturbing. But I'm guessing when you're in the midst of that, the convention is that all movies are made like this.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, this is really good. And like,
And at that
he
time-
acted really well. And then it's like, now watching it, 30-ish years later, I'm like, well,
yeah.
this is not as great as I
mean,
remembered it.
At the time, all you needed was like a premise like that, and it was like it would just blow people's minds.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
like, oh my God, there's a kid that's like basically a murderer, or is like becoming a murderer kind of thing, or no, is a murderer.
I was gonna say, not becoming. He
Yeah,
was.
he was. And like that was enough for people to be like, but like nowadays it's like, yeah. Like, yeah, that doesn't like surprise us that
Yeah.
like a kid is a psychopath. Like, that happens.
Well, it is also a sad commentary on society. Is like, I'm fairly certain in 90 whatever, whenever this movie was made, I mean, the concept that a child would be like that was way more anomalistic than now.
Right,
Now we're
right.
like, yeah, kids be crazy now.
Kids be
Like,
wildin', yeah, for sure. Elijah Wood acted his fucking dick off
Yeah.
in that movie.
Yeah.
He was great. I mean, he was probably, what, 9 years old?
Yeah. Wait, what year did we say that movie was
It was
made?
like 92, 93?
IMD Bizzle.
But like, he made Macaulay Culkin look like an amateur.
Yeah.
And they're probably about the same age, I would assume.
So it was made in 93.
93, yeah.
Which would have made Elijah Wood would have been 9?
Okay. That's amazing.
No, sorry. What did I say? 93?
Yeah.
So he would have been 12, sorry. Can't math.
Oh,
And then
wow.
Macaulay Culkin was 12, 13. Sorry.
Okay, so
yeah.
they're about the same age.
Yeah.
Dang, they seem young for. Neither of them seem 12 or 13
Because
in that
neither of
movie.
them are very tall
That's
adults,
true.
so
That's
they
true.
probably have even shorter kids.
And it probably worked out for the movie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they were probably supposed to play like 9-10-year-olds,
Yeah, yeah.
right? But yeah, Macaulay Culkin, and I expressed this to you, and I've thought this for the longest time about Home Alone. He's not that good of an actor. He just says the lines.
Yeah.
He can just memorize the lines, and that's really all you need from a child actor. Like his like kind of lack of being able to act worked out in this movie because he's a sociopath.
Right.
Like that made sense.
Yeah.
But it's like in Home Alone, it was just like when he would deliver a line, I was like, is he reading himself a cue card? Like,
Okay, guys, I'm ready.
yeah, it's like I never thought he was that good of an actor. Home Alone is just, again, it's like a premise
it's a comedy, yeah,
and
so
it's
it
a
didn't have to
comedy,
be.
but it's a premise that's like, this is kind of crazy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like that's all people needed back then. They
True.
didn't need good acting. They didn't know what good acting was, even though they had like the Goodfellas. You know, Joe Pesci's in frickin' Home Alone.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of good actors are in Home Alone. When you think about it,
that's true. That's true. But like Macaulay Culkin isn't one of them.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, yeah. I mean, and that's one of my favorite Christmas movies for nostalgia purposes.
Right.
But you know,
But-
when I pick it
and
apart,
that's
it's like, yeah, you're right.
It's totally reasonable
Yeah.
to like that movie for what it is.
Yeah.
And, you know, nostalgia. It's
fun
fun.
and- yeah.
It's still a fun premise.
Yeah.
Like, especially now, I feel like people like a kid left home alone is what's pearl clutching, not the kid murdering people. You know what I mean? Like, that's way more disturbing to people
True.
than the kid being a psychopath. So, yeah, I never thought he was. It worked out for this movie because he's creepy. And he has the best acted line in that is when he's like, "Hey, and Mark, don't fuck with me." It's so funny. And it's like, oh shit.
And he's like looking down from the treehouse,
Yeah.
like, "Hey, Mark, don't fuck with me." Like,
that is the best delivered line from him for sure.
Yeah.
But overall, it was just like, and again, there were some parts where it was like when he was clearly like manipulating the adults, that it was like, okay, his like, again, like lack of face acting works out for this. But overall, it's like, if you go back to Home Alone, it's like,
It's the same.
Except for, you know, like, and they probably had to coach the shit out of that from him.
Probably.
Of like, show us some emotion, kid. You know, like, for sure. So, yeah, so that was the first one we watched, and again, like, if they made this movie in the early to mid 2000s, it would have been so much better.
I just imagining like just the style of movie making even now or the last 10 to 15 years, like it really would have been disturbing.
Yeah, for sure. like I said, if they would have just like lit certain scenes differently and just like there was the one where they were playing hide and seek and he turns off the lights. It's like, how do you not have a jump scare here?
Right.
Like it seems very obvious now. Like, why do you not do this?
Yeah.
The ending's great though.
Oh yeah.
The ending's awesome.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Should we go spoiler? I mean, it's a
30-year-old movie.
32-year-old movie to be exact, but I mean,
it's pretty wild. I think go see it. Go just find it and watch it. Where did
Yeah.
we watch it on? It was one of the streaming
Tubi,
services. It was
I think?
Tubi. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was one of them that's free. So.
The Good Son, 1993, Macaulay Culkin, Elijah Wood.
Yeah, if you want like a I wouldn't even say campy. That's not the right word. But
it's
just
it's dated.
it's a dated
Yeah.
thriller.
Yeah.
Because it's not a horror movie, and that's
No.
probably where they went wrong.
Yeah, it's a thriller.
It's a thriller, but even thrillers have like you should be like. It was kind of predictable, except for that last scene.
I was gonna say the ending wasn't predictable.
The ending's not predictable, but most of like what's going, it's like, oh, like it's kind of like, of course, you know. So yeah, lots of missed opportunities that I think if it was made nowadays, it would be terrifying.
You know, what was the most disturbing scene for me, other than the ending, was the thump on the dog. I was like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm glad they didn't show that. Like
messed
just
up.
the off screen, like, but just you see it's a freaking thick screw and just thump. Like,
Yeah. Yep. Yep. It's a pretty intense movie. But I mean, I was just kind of like, for the most part, like laughing at it the whole time. Because it's just like, this is so like, I don't know, like it just didn't bring out the emotion.
It just doesn't age well. And like, I know a lot of like when we're deciding on what to watch, you know, in conversations, we're like, oh, you never saw that movie? Let's add it to our list. And it's like, for me, like, I feel like I did my most movie watching in the 90s. And it's like, I have these fond memories, like, oh, we should watch this. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh, this did not age well.
Yeah.
And so it's enjoyable to hop back in that time machine, as it were. But then you wouldn't think, well, maybe, I don't know, I can't speak for you. But for me, when I think of the 90s, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago. I'm like, oh, that was like 10, 15 years ago. And it's like, it's becoming painfully obvious how much movie making has changed when you go back and watch these movies from the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, technology has exponentially increased.
Well, it's like
improved since then.
I mean,
you know?
but this movie isn't necessarily a relying on technology. Like, it's definitely story driven. It's not something like we need some CGI or optics or whatever. But
it definitely needed better optics. That's what I was saying, like the lighting. It was just like, you could have made Macaulay Culkin creepier.
True, but again,
with a light from underneath, red lighting,
but
anything.
For the convention of the time, that seemed completely normal.
I could shoot a better movie on my iPhone nowadays.
Well, now,
that's what I'm saying.
But I'm just saying, like, imagine like the movies that are out today. If we go watch them 30 years later, we're gonna be like,
maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Like, I kind of brought up similarly with The Exorcist, the 70s, whatever Exorcist. And in the mid 90s, my mom was like, this is like the scariest movie. I was so scared as a kid. We should watch it or whatever. And we watched it, and we spent more time laughing at just how campy it looked, how cheesy, how cheaply made. And even she was like, this is not even scary. I don't know what I was.
She's like, I don't think this is the same movie I watched.
Yeah, but it's amazing what, you know, a couple of decades will do when you go back and revisit those things that you once thought were scary, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like the last 10, 15 years, they pretty much nailed it with horror movies. The Conjuring, Insidious,
I'll take your word for it.
Those are all like, it doesn't get much scare. Paranormal Activity, like,
revisit them things 30 years later and see if you have the same opinion.
I think for like, I don't know how much better stuff can get. Like, at some point,
everybody thought that in their own time.
True. But it's like we're shooting things in high definition. We're doing CG in high def to where it looks real, and it's like you can't tell the difference anymore. So like, how much better can it get?
But every movie,
that's why they added the fucking seats that move in the theaters, because the on screen can't get better.
But in theory, every movie made is using the top technology of the time, or using the methods of the time.
Sure.
So as stuff progresses or styles change, when you go back and revisit them shits, it's not going to be as magical.
We'll see. So yeah. So then, literally, we watched them in the same night.
Did we really?
Yeah. Or we started the second one.
Okay.
Because you can't stay awake.
Whatever. I was late.
Yeah. Because I had just read the book, we watched Dracula. Bram Stoker's.
The 92 one with Gary Oldman and Keanu Reeves and
Which
Ryder.
I cannot believe they put his name on that. He's rolling over in his grave.
You mean Bram Stoker?
Yeah.
Oh, say like, Gary Oldman's still living. Okay.
No. Bram Stoker is like, he's rolling over in his grave because his name is attached to that movie.
But again, also, this is the first time I watched it all the way through, but at the time, that was 92, I remember it being said by critics and people I know had seen it, like, oh, this one is the truest to the book compared to like other iterations.
Crazy.
And so like seeing it, I'm like, oh, again, it did not age well.
It didn't age well. To say like this is the truest form
at that time, I'm sure they've made more sense. Yeah,
but like to say, so that means And there were parts where it was like, okay, it does follow like the overall arc of the story, but they do so much extra. Like,
yeah, they infuse.
Yeah, they added a bunch of stuff,
Like eroticism
a bunch of
more into it.
eroticism, and again, that's just like a sign of the times. Like, and I think I said while we were watching it, I was just like, this is just Hollywood's coke problem, like manifested on screen, where it was just like more emotion, more heighten this line, and every woman has to show her tits except Winona Ryder, who everyone that's the one that we want to see naked, not the other people. We don't.
I mean,
know
she had that scene where she was running, and you could tell she didn't have a bra on. They might as well have been showing her cheeks. Might as well.
But everyone else showed their whatever. It's just like, that's the one that we wanted to see naked, and that's the one we don't get to see. Whatever.
Okay.
That's neither here nor there. But it would, I don't know, because it would be like, okay, like they're following it, and then it would just be like, we're going to go off script here and just make up this romance between Dracula and Mina, which like that was never in the book. Like, yeah, it's a desecration of the classic is what it is. It's
It
terrible.
has so many A-list actors in it too.
And that's the thing, Gary Oldman was fantastic.
Yeah.
I
mean, I've never
nothing
seen
against
him in anything that he didn't do fantastic.
Yeah, when like Keanu Reeves, when he first
Talk about
got,
can't act.
God, I mean, and whoever was like, do a British accent.
That was hilarious.
Terrible choice. Just let him speak. Just let him, because it would have been actually better if he didn't try to do
it
the
would have been
accent.
less distracting, that's for sure.
Yeah. But when he was like the old creepy Dracula, when he like first got to the castle, that was like
With the big old water head, yeah.
so good. So you can't say that.
His big old swole head. Okay.
He had, but he was, I don't know, like it was so good. Like that part was awesome. I actually really enjoyed that, and what they did with the shadows. There were some parts of it I was like, that's really well done.
But the green smoke, I was like, you could have just put a fog machine and it would have been fine.
There was a really dope part where like Dracula and Keanu Reeves' character Jonathan Harker were talking, and like Dracula finishes talking and he walks away, and you see him in the shadow like lift up his cape, and then the shadow like takes over like behind Keanu, and then it's like it goes completely black except for him. I was like, that was amazing.
Yeah, they did a lot of match cuts too, in this movie.
Match, what do you mean?
So it's like, they'll zoom in on an eye, and then the next scene is like the rim of a glass or something like that.
Right. So there were some things where I was like, that was really cool. That was well thought out, well executed. Like they nailed it. And then there was other things where it was just like, this is so 90s. And like they changed the ending.
Yeah.
Van Helsing was a kind of a weirdo. I mean, he was a weirdo in the book, kind of, but like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. And especially like having just read the classic book, it's like you didn't do it justice. I don't know. Like,
the cool part is I feel like this movie got more, I wouldn't say praise, but it was more widely talked about and promoted than say like the Kenneth Branagh Frankenstein, and I was like, that was way better and way closer to the book.
That was way closer, again, except for the ending.
Yeah.
But yeah, way closer to the true
and it's
book.
like this one got way more hype, I feel like in the time when it was released, and now seeing it I'm like,
terrible. It's terrible. I just, it makes me like, and I know you're always like touting like, oh, watch the movie before you read the book.
I told you.
But I don't want to do that because I want to talk shit on this movie. Like,
I mean, you still are going to compare, contrast, but it's like, if there's any hope of you liking the movie, you have to watch it first before you read the book.
But I feel like watching the movie will taint the book, reading the book, because I'll be
No.
expecting a certain thing, and then I'll be like comparing it to
No,
that, and I would rather.
that's never going to happen.
I don't know. I would rather not for some reason. It just doesn't.
Humor me one time and you'll see it's better.
Yeah. Well,
Because no adaptation is ever going to fully capture the essence of its source material.
only because they choose not to.
I know, but I'm just saying,
that's
like,
an active
I'm just saying,
choice that they make.
statistically speaking, that rarely happens. And
I don't understand why. It's like it's all
it doesn't
there for you.
It doesn't matter why. I'm just saying, statistically speaking,
It does matter why.
for the purpose of our discussion, it doesn't matter because it's if you're going to read the book is always going to have more. It's always going to be deeper. And so when you watch the movie immediately after, it's going to be glaringly obvious what they left out, what they could have done. So it's like, watch the movie first, so you have nothing to compare it to. You can go in and have the best case scenario with the movie. Then you read the book and you're like, oh, well, this makes more sense. I'm glad that they expounded on this, or blah blah blah. It's the reverse is never going to have you liking the movie.
I don't know.
How many times? Give me examples of times when you read the book first and you still like the movie.
Harry Potter.
All of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so
They left certain things out, but none of them mattered.
okay, another example, and I'm counting that as 1, not 7.
What?
Yes,
That's 8 actually.
1 book, 2 movies, whatever.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and I don't know.
And that is a almost universal as far as people that I know that have read and watched both. People agree, except for one, Crystal, the host of the Read. She thought the movies didn't do the whatever, but she's the only person I've ever heard.
Does she read the books in a different language? What does she talk? Like, what could possibly?
I don't know. She read the books and then watched the movies, and she hates the movies. But
I think
whatever.
She just wants to be a contrarian.
She's an anomaly because as far as people I know that have done both, they still love the movies. But I can only think of 2 works where. And I'm trying to think. With Gone with the Wind, I'm pretty sure I watched the movie first. But even after having read the book, I'm like, oh, other than they kind of condensed characters, there's a couple characters they didn't keep.
That's normal.
It was pretty true to the book, and Pride and Prejudice, the
Yeah.
Colin Firth one, was pretty true. And I'd read the book first before seeing that movie.
I'm trying to think of
But that's it.
things that I've read that have become movies or that have a movie. And
Have we watched The Martian? Have you seen The Martian yet?
No.
Okay. We should watch that while the book is still fresh.
It's on
in your mind.
Netflix now too.
Okay, you're probably gonna hate it though. But
Probably. I kept trying to envision Matt Damon while reading it. And I just couldn't do it.
I mean, I forced myself to because I knew the movie was coming. I was planning. I read the book like literally the week before seeing it, so I knew he was.
The face didn't fit what was. I don't know. It just didn't fit for whatever reason. Like.
Have you ever read Forrest Gump?
There's a book?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Don't you hate when you find out like one of the great cinematic movies of all time was not even original?
Most of them are based on something else.
That's so sad. Like,
I can't think of other than your comedies or your rom-coms, there's not too many movies that aren't based something on a book.
The Matrix is
or a play or something.
Unique movie.
Yeah.
In and of itself.
Are you sure? There's no source material on that?
No idea.
Oh.
Never looked into it. I'm sure they got ideas.
So with Forrest Gump, I'm pretty sure I read that before I saw the movie. Like the Forrest Gump character is this big old 6'6", 300-pound guy. Like he's like a gentle giant. And so then when they cast Tom Hanks, I was like, what? I mean, he did a good job, but it's like, that's not how he's described in the book. Like, he's a big, beefy dude.
They just wanted an everyman.
I guess.
Yeah. That's interesting.
But, I mean, yeah. I mean, I remember them leaving stuff out. The movie was good, but it wasn't the book. Like, so that's what I'm saying. If you want a shot of liking the movie, don't read the book first.
I'll have to. I feel like I purposefully don't read things that have movies, so that especially if I've seen them, it's like, why would I do that? Like, I know the story.
True, but I feel if you've read the book and then see the movie, then obviously most of it's spoiled, but there's a greater chance that stuff was left out of the movie, so that reading the book after the fact, you're still going to have something new that you didn't know or
Right, but
unexpect.
I watched Game of Thrones and then I started reading the first book.
And those
I was
books
like,
deviate.
This is boring because I know what's going to happen.
I mean, the overarching, but there's a whole that's way different for them side characters that they completely omitted from the show.
Those are also way too long to invest.
They are very long.
My time into.
Their length is not what stopped me, because I think I read the first two or three. It wasn't the length that stopped me from continuing to read them. It was the way it was written.
Right.
Because every chapter is from a character's point of view. Right. So, there's a Theon chapter, there's a Daenerys chapter. And if the chapters were of a reasonable length, that wouldn't have bothered me. But them chapters are like 150 pages long.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
hard to stop.
And it's like, by the, it might be 6 characters represented the whole book. By the time you cycle back to Theon again, let's say, I done read 500 pages. I don't remember what was going on. Like, break that shit up a little bit more. That's and the drawback. And I remember, I think it's either books 3 and 4 or 4 and 5. They cover the same period of time, but it's just a different set of characters. And I was annoying. Like, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm out.
I'm like, yeah. I don't know. I'll have to think about it and see, because again, typically if I had seen a movie, I'm like, well, I'm not going to spend hours on end reading a book that I know the.
I really wanted to read the Game of Thrones because I hear so much of the Lady Catelyn Stark's character does something completely different. She changes into the, I know enough to know that those books deviate a lot, but I'm like, I can't read 600 pages between coming back to the character again. It's like,
it also
come on.
It might be worth reading whenever that last one comes out. It might be worth reading to see what his version what is going to be.
The last one, I mean,
it hasn't come out yet, right?
How many books is it? 4 or 5 that are out?
I don't know.
Because I feel like I think the book for season 6 forward doesn't exist yet. So unless he's going to encompass the last 3 seasons in one book, there's a lot more books to come.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
If anything,
it'd be funny if he was like, "Oh, you guys didn't like that. All right, I'll write something different."
If only. I want the second half of the Fire and Blood.
Yeah, that was
more
than
the rest of the Game of Thrones.
That was an interesting read. Yeah.
I want to know how we get to the start of Game of Thrones.
Yeah. But I've been reading MFer lately.
You're outpacing me for sure.
I read Dracula, I read Jekyll and Hyde, I read Brave New World.
You read a Miss Marple book.
I read a Miss Marple book, Agatha Christie. Mm-hmm. And I tell you, how do I want to start this? I'm very much enjoying classics. Very much so.
Good.
And the reason that I put them off for so long is because it always seemed daunting. Because when I think of a classic, I'm like, oh, it's going to be 1,700 pages. You know what I mean? It's going to be War and Peace. Yeah, it's going to be a big-ass book that is just going to take me 37 hours of reading to finish. And on top of that, they're going to use words I don't know, confusing phrases, things I'm going to have to look up and be like, what does he mean by this? Mm-hmm. Or things I'll have to read twice to be like, what are they talking about? And that sometimes is the case. Mm-hmm. Brave New World was it was just weird, and it was kind of I don't know, again, phrasing is just weird. And somebody that's in the 20s writing this book about the future, it's it's just kind of confusing. So it is a little bit more of an effort to get through those, but they're not all that long. Heckle and Jide. Heckle and Jide. Jekyll and Hyde, I mean, I think I read it. It was 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
Of reading time. Mm-hmm. And that was, and I like that. I like that story a lot.
I don't think I heard your thoughts on it.
I enjoyed it a lot. It was very good.
Interesting. I have a sequel on my bookshelf.
A sequel? Mm-hmm. I don't need that.
I mean, it wasn't written by the original author.
I don't want that then.
Okay.
So since it's like, it was like such an effort, and then you were like, oh, why don't you like read another Dan Brown book? And going back to a Dan Brown writing, I'm like, oh, this is so much easier to read. it's like I said to you, like, this was a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you can just mow through it. Like,
Gives your brain a break a little bit.
It does, because like I realize when I'm reading his writing, I don't read each word individually. I just like breeze through it, and I can kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, you can kind of skip ahead in a sense, like, but you get like what is going on. You just read it faster, I guess.
Yeah,
is what
for
it is.
sure.
But like when I'm reading classics, it's like I have to read.
You have to
each
chew on every
word
word. Yeah, yeah.
And like, wait, what do they mean by this? And like, because they just phrase things in a different way. So, but yeah, I enjoy classics. I enjoy like seeing where things come from, and I to this day don't understand why vampires are romantic.
I don't either.
It doesn't.
But yet the Twilight whatever exists.
Nothing in Dracula was romantic at all, but besides like the relationships between like Lucy and her trio of lovers, which isn't romantic. It's just like, you're a pompous bitch. Like, I hated that character. Like, that Lucy, when she died, spoiler alert, I was like, thank God.
I mean, they didn't make her sympathetic in the movie either, really.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and not that like, I don't know if you're supposed to dislike her in the movie, but she, you know, she's like a rich girl. And it was just
I was like, she's expendable.
Yeah,
as far as the
exactly.
narrative is concerned.
Yeah. And in the movie, it's just like, how come every time she has a fit, her tit flops out? Every single time. It was like, yo, like, I don't need that. Like, I like tits as much as the next guy, but it's like, I don't need one to come out every time she's on scene. It was weird.
It was weird.
I forgot where I was going with that.
That you like classics. And you didn't understand why they made that one romantic.
Yeah, I don't understand where that comes from. The closest thing I can conclude is that like some women like the idea of like being under control of a powerful man. Yeah, that's the only thing I can come up with as far as like reading the classic source material. If the movie was your first introduction to it, then it's like, yeah, I guess, because he like he courts Mina and is like all like creating diamonds from her tears and shit, which never happens in the book, and is like, you know, he's Gary Oldman of the 90s, and he's all mustachioed, and
he looks like Sirius Black.
He looks like Sirius Black. Yeah, it's actually, yeah, he does. He does indeed. So I don't know. Maybe somebody can shed a light on that for us, because I don't know. I don't understand where that comes from.
I agree.
So that's been our week.
Yeah. I'm reading well, you're going to make fun of me, but I'm reading a time travel Pride and Prejudice book right now.
How many goddamn different iterations of Pride and Prejudice can there possibly be?
That's neither here nor there. But the premise of this one is it's like set in like 2040, a person from 24, so not too far in the future, but in the future. And the world has gone to shit. I mean, it's kind of on track for now. And there ends up being a war, and he ends up getting like mortally wounded, and some mysterious person drags his body. It's almost like Outlander-ish in the sense of like drags him to like some kind of mysterious portal kind of thing, and like heals his wound and like shoves him through this veil of time. And this man, he's like a major in the Marine Corps. For whatever reason, I think his mom's favorite book was Pride and Prejudice, and so he always had a copy of it, and that was kind of like his comfort escape thing. And so,
what a loser.
So when he, the guy shoving him through whatever is like, you're gonna show up in a different time or whatever. I don't know where you're gonna end up, but you're gonna end up. So he's just thinking he's just gonna end up in the reality of just another time period, and it ends up dropping in the middle of the book Pride and Prejudice. He's in a world of fictional people. So, whatever. I'm enjoying it, but it's a different premise than I've read. So,
God, people, come up with your own ideas.
Pride that should speak to how revered Pride and Prejudice is. That people are like, well, what if we change this aspect and make it different? Or what if this decision was different? How would that change this? Yeah. Don't look at me like that. It's good. I'm enjoying it.
If someone did that with Harry Potter, I'd be like, you're annoying.
But what
if Harry actually became evil?
But here's the thing.
I mean, I guess that's what the cursed child was.
Yeah.
Which wasn't by the original author, and that's lame.
That's not by J.K. Rowling?
I don't think so.
It was. Why would she let somebody
You know what?
borrow
You're
property?
probably right. Or it was at least in conjunction with her.
That's fair. I think specifically with Pride and Prejudice, and I'm sure there's probably some other classic, Dracula, because Twilight exists, but I think a lot of with Pride and Prejudice is like, obviously it ends with the marriage. And people either want to know, well, what's their marriage going to be like? Or, an alternate universe of like, what if, in the crossroads of a, multitude of decisions, what if Darcy did this instead of this? And how would that have changed? So
here's my argument to that. That's not up to you.
It's not.
You're not the original author. You don't know.
For sure. However, there is enough fan base of that classical novel that like authors, that loved it as a kid, they're like, well, I'm going to write my what if scenario. And
that's so stupid.
It's this whole subgenre of stuff.
I can't disagree with this more. As a genre. That's just so weird to me.
And yet it's not.
I know, because you have 500 different versions of Pride and Prejudice.
Not 500.
480.
No.
Not quite 500. You're getting there, though.
Whatever.
It's so stupid.
The alternate universe Pride and Prejudice genre are my comfort reads. It's like, oh, I feel like reading something, but I don't want anything too heavy. Let me go see what's out here that I haven't read yet.
What if she stepped on a twig on her way to Pemberley or whatever the hell it's called? Is that what it is?
It is.
Nailed it.
How'd you know that?
Because it's on that. First of all, it's what you call your house on Find My Friends, and it's on that coffee mug that you have.
That one?
Yeah.
Oh.
I see it every day, subconsciously.
Whatever.
I feel like I've seen the movie. It's been a while, but
you definitely haven't seen the good one. Did you see the Keira Knightley one?
I don't know.
Did you sit for 3 hours or a regular?
I don't remember.
You didn't see the good one.
Well, I don't want to sit for 3 hours, so.
Well, wait. So it's not. It's 6 50-minute episodes. What is that?
Too long.
300 hours. So that's
300 minutes.
2.5 hours. No, am I mathing right?
I don't know.
120, 180. I don't know.
I'm not spreading power on this.
Anyway, it's a mini-series.
So, yeah. Anyway, I'm back to a Dan Brown book. It's I'm enjoying.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure it'll be done in the next few days. Yeah.
All right.
We good?
On books, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying the Kindle experience?
Yes. Yes, I am. Except for since the one I tried to start the Dan Brown book from like a PDF, and the words are like
the
smallest font that you could possibly imagine.
I don't know if it was specifically that one or if that's the consequence of PDF conversions. I need to tinker with that and see what the deal is.
Yeah, I didn't check because you sent me like 3. I didn't check the other ones, but thankfully you have a physical copy, so that's what I'm reading.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's fun. Okay. Let's save our topics for next week. They're timeless.
All right. How long have we been talking?
An hour.
Oh, dang. All right. So just books and things, huh?
Minus whiskeys. All right. Follow us on Instagram at Willie_D20.
And Eb_Nick.
And any topics, articles, clips, or costume ideas, you can leave in the comments or send to thickthinpod@gmail.com. Anything else? Am I forgetting anything? Oh, I'll be in Ontario, California on November 14th for a 8 p.m. I think show. Follow me on Instagram for more information on that as it draws nearer. Every Thursday, back to the grind. And I meant to talk about the World Series. Great World Series. If you missed it, you missed out. It was great.
I mean the 8 games. I'm gonna call it 8 games because that one was 2 games long.
Yeah, it was basically. It was like the 8th Harry Potter movie. Yep. But it was great. So congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers, and bring on the salary cap. I know that means nothing to you. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to take the time to explain it. All right. We will see you next week.
All right. Bye.